Individuals and collectively commended the federal government for the action that it has taken. Some of the issues that you may see now, like somebody was reminding me of what happened in Maiduguri, that is a real panic and a sign that we are succeeding. Now they are back to the terrorist part, because by capturing land, they have ceased to be terrorists. They were just like, that was why many of us were saying, declare war on them. And now with that declaration of war and with the success that is coming, we believe that very soon this issue will be over. But like we are saying, security is an everyday thing. As we finish one, another dimension may come up, and we must be on top of this agenda in particular.
We want to make sure we have a history election. And don't forget that unlike the other political parties, the PDP has a responsibility to Nigeria and Nigerians. We are the party in government, and so we must make sure that every Nigerian has a right, and exercises that right as guaranteed by the Nigerian Constitution. We must ensure the stability of the country, and so it is our responsibility to ensure free, fair, and credible elections for Nigeria as the ruling party. So when we are going to discuss, we'll look at all issues that bother on elections.
Because it's party that won.
It's the PDP Governors Forum taking place at the Eco Hotel in Lagos. And present here are governors of the party and other party leaders, as well as socio and political activists and members of the press.
Like I said, even the civil society.
They call this meeting a sustenance of democratic value and national development. And getting the coast clear for others to follow is the chairman of the forum and governor of Akwa Ibom State, Godswill Akpabio. And his main focus is on what he calls the unpreparedness of INEC for the 2015 general election.
In our opinion, INEC appears ill-prepared for the 2015 elections. For example, at the time the polls were shifted due to security concerns, over 23 million registered voters were yet to collect their PVCs. How then can Nigerians reconcile the purported readiness of INEC for the 14th February election then with the testing of card readers more than a month after the postponement?
His points get the backing of other PDP governors who speak on the need for Nigerians to work towards sustaining the transformational drive of the Goodluck Jonathan's administration.
Sustainers of democratic values cannot depend on brazen stealing, on greedy people, and on people who think that they will buy anybody for electoral purposes.
Today in APC, if you're able to kidnap two of their leaders, the party will simply perish. In PDP, take anybody here will survive because it is Nigerian owned. The ownership is Nigerian thing.
In his usual manner, the Ekiti State Governor Ayo Fayose enjoins Nigerians not to undermine the controversy surrounding the certificate of General Buhari as well as his age.
My mother is 74. General Buhari, official age 73. I want you to reconcile these two things without deceiving yourself. This is not personal. When you say I don't have certificate, I come out boldly. They took me to court severally that the person that must be governor of the fountain of knowledge must have certificate. I've presented my certificate in the court. I have displayed it publicly. The press should not allow themselves to be used to cover this issue of certificates. I'm not after General Buhari, it's my father. Anybody who is the age of your mother is your father.
Other speakers also applaud the strides of President Jonathan, calling on Nigerians not to be swayed into voting in the general election based on sentiment. The meeting is done with, but it still resides with the electorate the power to decide where the pendulum swings in the general election. Chris Elams, Channels Television News.
Well, that was it on Tuesday in Lagos. That was where the PDP Governors Forum met, and they had an interactive session with some media executives and also NGOs and civil society organization. And some of the things that came out of that particular forum is what is getting us talking. Dr. Doyin Okupe, tell me some of those statements. Before I ask you specifics, are you totally sure that those speeches are right?
Those speeches are nothing but, democracy par excellence.
Even when there is an insinuation of should some party leaders be kidnapped.
No, if people are making allegorical statements and all that, you'll be taking that too far, to think that is. Look, what I've seen. Doesn't
it look like it's an allegory taken too far?
No. Shehu, please don't let's waste time on this. What you have shown and what I've seen this tape before. I watched this thing live. I said it before and I'm saying it now. There was nothing that was extraordinary or bad or hate, in anything that those governors did. Even Fayose that everybody wants to complain about. Fayose said that Buhari is because he's as old as my mother, is my father. That's very complimentary.
And do you think those statements they're just fine?
Superb.
By your party?
Correct. By me, by my own. And when I say by my own assessment, I'm coming from a very long distance. I've been in this game for over 3 decades. I've played with different type of people under different type of conditions. This event that happened was superb. Nothing wrong with it.
So, how would you say that your party and the main opposition party have played in the last few weeks?
Very well. I don't know, maybe it's the media that is uncomfortable. Exchange of banters and things. For instance, there are some things that are absolutely provocative. Like when a Governor Fashola says that there was there was an armed robbery in Lekki, and that was because President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan was in Lagos and police were diverted. That is totally, an outlandish statement. It is not true. It's pure falsehood, and mainly just to gain some political mileage. It has no substance in fact. And I've spoken to Fashola myself, on this matter. We didn't agree, but I'm still stating that, So, but even is not provocative enough for me to classify it as hate speech. He is he's not supposed to be patting us on the back. He should try as much as possible to present us in a way that he can discredit us before the electorate. We are competing for the soul of Nigerians. We want their vote. So it is a tough thing. Allow politicians to play their games. There's nothing wrong with what is going on so far.
Your party has...
Maybe some things are ludicrous. Like Bola Tinubu said, he was bribed to come and take the vice presidential slot
Is that true?
Energy.
Is that true that the president actually...
Shehu, does that make sense to you?
No, it's a question.
It's an idiotic statement. It is idiotic. How can, in this country, number one, the president has repeatedly said that there's nothing like ING. There's no way, there's no legal authority, there's no way it can come alive. But let us leave
just a moment. Let me just put this into perspective.
No, let me finish. How will you have a president in position, elected, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, and he wants to lobby somebody to be his vice president in a contraption called interim national government? He will now pick a southerner, all right, to be his vice president in this country. Is it possible?
Are you privy to every conversation the president has?
I've been working with this president for the past 3 years.
So you are saying he probably never had any conversation with Bola Tinubu?
No. I'm only speaking based on what Bola Tinubu said. Bola Tinubu said I was lobbied and bribed into accepting the position of vice president, in the contraption called interim national government. And I say that is nonsense. It's a stupid talk. It doesn't make sense. And I think what's going on here in the opposition is that, all the lies that can be told have been told. Lai Mohammed is exhausted. now they have to now step up the lights, and it's now on the leadership scale, because I don't know where that can come from. It's not good. It cannot happen in Nigeria.